6 First Alert Weather with meteorologist Cameron Shen.
Good evening. What we're expecting over at least the next couple of days for your first half of the week. We do see that haze. It's hanging on. Some potential rain on Monday we're first alerting you to. Tuesdays, that haze could tamper potentially. Still linger in the morning, but looking better in the afternoon. We see warmer trends. That continues into Wednesday as dew points increase and the temperatures increase as well. The air quality alert still in effect for Tuesday, at least set to expire Monday night into Tuesday. So Tuesday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. We'll be keeping our eyes on that. The air quality for Monday, trending at least right now unhealthy for some, and some areas unhealthy. It's really going to depend on where you're at, but central and western counties right now set to receive at least the heaviest layer of smoke. So if you have any lung disease, heart disease, and if you're sensitive to this, you might want to stay inside or at least limit your time outdoors. Looking at the future smoke for some areas for at least the region, those high pressures starting to break in some areas over the course of Monday. We'll be seeing this mass moving more north, still moves into the central and western counties somewhat, but by Tuesday morning you can see it's getting its way out, but we'll see that push northwest over the course of the day. So the next 3 days we're looking at temperatures to getting close to the 80s for some, mostly say in the inland portions, mid 70s to high 70s near the lakeshore, mid to low 80s in the inland portions on Tuesday, and Wednesday seeing more mid 80s, looking at lower 80s across most of the Upper Peninsula. So this is kind of what you should expect for at least the next couple of days. And that increases in the course of Thursday and Friday as well as dew points. We're expecting 60s by the time we get to Monday in some areas. Tuesday, more widespread 60s. So this is when it's going to start feeling muggy too. This moisture in the air does lead to some instability within the region. Once we get to Wednesday, it still persists, but because of the higher temperatures moving in and because of the dew points, we do have that cap of warm air. It could stifle any chances for rain. And when it comes to some health safety tips for heat, be sure to stay inside if it starts getting too hot. We're looking at temperatures getting close to the higher 80s and heat index is getting up over the 90s. So be sure to avoid peak heating. So that's around 2 to 3 p.m. Could be later in some areas, and be sure to keep that in mind. So when it comes to the rain, take with us a grain of salt at the moment. We can't rule out some rain developing over the course of Monday afternoon in the eastern and western counties right around 4:30. Same goes for portions of the central counties around 8 p.m. But because of all this moisture and because of the heat, it can tamper with some of the models, and it is difficult for some areas for this to pick up. But that is something to keep in mind, so be sure to have the umbrella ready for at least the afternoon and into the evening hours, because this trend continues into Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures increasing, and we could see temperatures really skirt along the 90-degree mark going into next weekend. We are looking at more long-term relief into, say, next week. We're talking not this Monday, but the Monday after. But it is still kind of up in the air when this will start breaking. But this haze looks to be making its way out over the course of at least the next 48 hours. So it is getting out of here. But when it does leave, it is bringing that summer heat, Molly. So it's one thing after the other. So hopefully we see some relief in seasonal conditions without the smoke by the time we get to, say, the next couple weeks.
You know, we'll definitely take what we can for now, Cameron. It's definitely going to be one of those weeks where you're probably going to want to focus on staying inside if you can.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well,